This is the second part of chapter 2, which I think is a very important part, although the textbook only talks briefly about it. It's on page 85 through 89. It's how to create a website from scratch. And I do this quite a bit. Although the Expression Web has a lot of templates that you can use, but you are not required to use website templates for your final project. So let's show you how to create a website from scratch. So I'm going to close this site right here by doing so, site, close site. Then I'm going to start a new website. So first thing you have to understand, the website folder has to have a name and has to have a location. And everything regarding this website is going to be in that particular folder. And Expression Web will do a wonderful job managing all the files and all the links within that particular folder, and we call it a root folder. So to start a new website, I'm going to click Site, New Site. Here I have options. Now we'll come back to templates in the later chapters to show you what we can choose from. But from the general site, I can have three areas here. One-page site, empty site, or import site wizard. Again, you can import this site from an existing site that is hosted on a certain server and edit it then. But I'm gonna keep this as a one-page site. I'm gonna go to my location, click Browse, go to Desktop, go to BTAC 251 Classwork, go to Student Data Files, go Data File for Text, go to Tutorial 2, Data Files, Tutorial. Here I'm going to create my new website. And my new website is going to be called my first site. So in order to create that, I'm going to create a new folder first. And I'm going to name it my first site. I'm sorry. Click Open. Then make sure you are in that web folder. Click Open. And in here you can see the location of the web folder or the root folder, and the name it's gonna give it to you to identify it. I can here, if I want to, I can change that to this, even though the book doesn't talk about this, but that's fine as long as this folder is correct. This one I can give it any name. Then I click OK. Automatically you have a default.html. As it's, remember from our first lesson, my first page for the website is either has index.html name or default.html name. You cannot name it anything else. So I hope you understand that. The first page of your website, it either has index.html or default.html. I would use index.html because it's by default is more powerful, has precedency over default. That means your server will look for index.html first to come up. Let me explain something so and just probably give you a little idea what are we doing here. So I'm gonna start a new page here, and I'm gonna go to highline.edu, which is our Highline Community College. Now, this is the website for Highline Community College. You look at that domain name right here. It does not have a file. So how do we identify what kind of web page is that? Because this particular file either has index.html or default.html, or may have a different extension. So it either has index.html or default.html. Once that is set, your server right away looks for that path and the first homepage file. In this case, is either index or default, and pulls it up. Again, I can go to another website if you're interested. Let's go to your probably another campus, UCLA.com. I'm sorry, ucla.edu. Again, same thing. Your first page is going to be either index or default, and we don't have to add it in here. It goes after the folder path, and you can see that when we start working with with the later chapters, there's a lot of default pages after the folder path. Okay, so let's continue with our expression web. I can open this, add content in here, my first page, save, F12, and there you go.